Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm back and I'm mad.
Welcome, little wombles. Hello, Jerry, my dear man. How are you?
I'm emotional. Tired and emotional.
That's fitting. I'm emotionally tired and tired as fuck. So, Hamanda, Toros, Jim, Lena, hello. Don't let us distract you from your work in any way, shape, or form.
And Dan. Hi, Dan. He ignored you. I won't ignore you, Dan. He's so bad.
What Dan? Who Dan?
Dan Lee.
I did nothing. Just let me
See?
mute my damn phone here. See, Amanda, I was just about to ask, did you win anything? Obviously, she did. So there's that. Jerry, you have been busy in collecting links again.
Always. Lynx Africa, Lynx Gold, Lynx Safari, and Lynx Black. All of the various deodorants. Is that not the links you're talking about? No.
I was just thinking about how old you need to be to remember those.
You can't get away from them. They're everywhere. You have beer? I have beer. I've got coffee.
No.
How come I don't have beer?
Lemonade. Plain
Oh, yeah, that's
simple
okay.
lemonade. We need to be the very sensible people. We're adults, even though I don't know how to behave at my age. I was never that old. And no corny old man, no dancing squirrels tonight.
No dancing squirrels. It's a somber night. You can't have dancing squirrels. Ian St. John has passed away. For fuck's sake, show some respect.
144, hello. And just let me close up shop here. I forgot to close my door.
Oh no,
Oh,
doors open, lights aren't on. It's not like we've been sitting here talking balls for 15 minutes. Spoilers, we were sitting here
wouldn't
talking
want
balls.
the missus to get in here. A script. Print.
Do you not have your clicker?
Isn't that better?
Stuck together with the finest DJ glue. There we go.
Now, who needs scripts anyway? Nobody reads them.
Nobody reads them. I ignore them.
So, Nick, then the first thing is Three Sisters.
Oh, well, three sisters and a small German boy.
So, a road to 40k of sorts.
Yes.
Had we been in here, it feels like.
Well, I've been in here because he started the project. It's like, you've started the project. But he only started a few days ago. This is Tiny Philip off of the Discord channel.
This one.
The small German.
So we taunt him in the comments then.
Oh, always. Very much so. I was in like Flynn the minute he put his first one up. So it's literally just his first steps into 40Kism. And tabletop gaming, and his three younger sisters who have all been forced into it as well.
I need someone to play with. You all now paint up little tiny fighty man.
Exactly. That is exactly how it's going. So he is currently collecting stuff from various places, mostly Flea Bay, with a view to repainting.
Which is a smart idea, to be honest, if you're starting with 4 people in total.
Especially when you're starting with GW. You know, who the fuck can afford to do that new? He does have a YouTube channel listed in his very first thing. I have been to it. So far it contains nothing, but it's there for when he will put his stuff in there. Currently it has some sort of PC gaming. I don't know, or like TikTok videos or something for the kids. It's all very, very confusing.
You know, like short videos?
Sure. Could be.
No, man, we can't make that joke now on stream. He's too young for that. We could get into legal trouble. Especially if we cross-reference the playing with himself but playing with his sisters. Oh no, I did it.
Oh, it's tantamount to grooming. Anyway, yeah, so it should be an interesting project. Apart from the fact that I think this is his first war game as well. But they've gone for Dark Eldar, Tau, Orcs, and humans / Space Brains. There may be Sisters of Battle, there may be Imperial Guard, just depends. So yeah. Just interested to see what's coming.
Minis.
Oh yeah. He got straight onto the flea bay and found all sorts of weird and wacky things. It's also a broad spectrum, so he's not just going, oh, I can only have the newest new stuff. It's like, what have you got? Bucket of stuff? I'll have it.
Oh, there's actually some. I dare say those are Space Quest Terminators.
No, those are just the old Terminators. They went through various iterations over the years. I think I've got them all. And once I get a chance to get into the fucking roof loft, he'll be getting quite a lot of them in a big box, which will harden him. Won't be so clever then.
This one actually strikes me a bit.
Resin / fieldcasty.
Yeah, or maybe a recast.
Pass. Who knows? I haven't paid enough attention to GW in too long.
And especially, I may be just being wary of recast because I watched the video from Midwinter Minis tonight, where he was doing a very good job on talking about recasts and how GW could actually profit from making recasts of sorts of them themselves.
Well, if that's a recast, it's less holes than GW's Finecast, so it's a fucking step up on that front. But no, I don't think it is, because that's obviously a one-piece model as far as torso, legs, and left arm goes. The right arm and separate, shoulder pad separate. I think it's more likely to be a Forge World type thing.
Yeah.
He's just bugged a plastic head in it. But anyway, yeah, so the first steps. What? Oh, he's got video up. Funky.
And we'll just leave a comment.
That's exciting and new.
And I can't type.
Isn't that the Space Marine from 6th? No idea. How long ago was 6th? They
10
did.
years?
They did. Oh, fuck, who knows? I know they did do either a resin or a field crap version of the old Blood Angel, who was on the front cover of 2nd. So it could be that. Ahoy, Grimbo.
All are Grimwolf.
Before the event. Remain indoors. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Nice.
Yeah, I had to. At some point, I couldn't help myself. I needed something to work against everything else. A palate cleanser, if you will.
Little amuse-bouche.
Oh no, Grimwolf has strayed from Legioners now onto Vikings.
For a game like Saga, for example.
Hello, Taffy. Welcome to the show where we don't know what we're doing. So, if this is going on, in the frequency he has been posting recently, I think next week we should see interesting things happen.
Could be.
Or maybe his sisters have killed him by them.
Also a valid tactic.
Next then, MacGoffmock.
Yeah, I had to go back to this one. I know we were here last week going, oh, he's very good. He's a bit of a talented cat. But then he decided to do a bust of Richard Blaine, Esquire, from my favourite movie ever. So,
And he did it in black and white.
of course he would. You know, you've no way of knowing what colour Rick was. I mean, that trench coat could have been any colour at all. We don't know.
You know, I've got a new one for this. Hang on.
Just your scrolling stick.
If you don't have the stream audio, then you'll have missed the applause.
All right. Oh, yeah, I don't have that on. I don't like to hear myself and you 9 seconds after we say it the first time.
I tried that once. That's
Oh, it's madness.
if you ever want to experience drugs without using drugs, try that. Really gets to you.
That's interesting. Not just because it's well executed, but I was looking at something recently, and it reminded me of the Paint Tricks, whatever her name is, Jen Haley, doing a monochromatic paint job fucking years ago, just to see how easy, good, bad, and different it was to do. Essentially, it was an exercise in learning how to do shading and highlighting without using multiple colors. So it was just
A bit like pencil sketching.
Exactly, it was sepia, black, and white were the only 3 colors she allowed herself to use. Possibly not even that. It might just be sepia and white. Anyway, so it's a very different way of approaching painting.
And I never thought I'd see a bust for painting yourself from the movie Casablanca.
Hey, you know, everything's out there. It's a brave new world.
I was just about to say, this only shows, if you want it, somebody somewhere possibly already did a model on it.
Oh, yeah.
You talented sort.
No, we just need Louis as well. Claude Rains. That'd be great.
And a piano.
But yeah. And then after that, we have, I don't know if we've seen him previously, Evelyn, or whatever the fuck his name is.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't on there. So again, another 54mm painted up to look like Orlando Loom.
And again, a stunning paint job.
Talented fuck. He posted, I don't know, I think it was in here somewhere, or maybe he responded to something I said. I can't remember. Anyway, there's going to be a bit of a break because these were photographs he had, because he's not at home where his models are, but he's planning on dropping down to 28mm and doing some Mantic Dungeon Saga next, and I can't fucking wait.
I've got this sneaking suspicion if he's shoving out 28mm in that level of quality, I'm going to be deeply depressed by my own standard.
Yeah, you know. That's why I always aim low. Aim low, achieve your goals. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's a valid way to do it. Next up then is the winner of last week's... No, when was it, Manda?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
I think it was
All
yesterday.
my troubles seem so far away. So this bin bag challenge actually paid off, which is in itself nice.
See, told you it was yesterday. I pay attention, even if you don't. Were there many entrants in it in the end? Just ignore him. Everybody else does.
It's for the best, believe me.
There you go. 7 with 1 blow. Ah, you're like that fella with that fly killing thing. I can't remember what it was called. Possibly a fable. Anyway, that's quite dinky. We did look at this when it was practically done. Pretty much done.
Yeah,
All
I
done.
think the only thing
all
missing
done by the shit kicking.
was some lighting. And now we see these heads on spikes properly.
Oh. Mickey and the Giant. I read it as a book when I was a kid, 144. It wasn't a cartoon, but I can't remember the name of the person who stitched 7 with 1 blow on his belt.
That was the what's that profession called? Making clothes.
Yeah, Taylor.
Tailor, yeah. The tailor that then goes on wondering about pranking everybody, letting everybody believe he didn't slay 7 flies but 7 people.
Oh well, people interpreted it their own way. He just didn't dissuade them.
The giant challenged him, throwing a stone, pressing water from a rock. And I only know that
He used a bit of cheese, didn't he?
Yeah, hardened
Fuck,
cheese.
that's all coming back to me now.
And
like
I
some
only
sort of
happen to
terrible
know
cheese
this
dream.
very much because in a recent homework for my daughter, there was exactly the same story.
Was there?
In a very, very condensed way. Condensed to half a page, so there wasn't very much.
Was it Jack the Giant Killer? Oh, that sounds about right. I noticed the scorpion in there, Amanda, by the way. So I'm hoping Scorpionox has not been forgotten simply because you want to start loading over everybody else by winning competitions.
Yeah, don't let it get to your head. Otherwise, we have to vote you down again.
That's true. I demand a recount.
No, please. No.
But really nice little project, self-contained, done and dusted.
Duck the fuck.
Double quick time, so it was
Hello, you cunt.
all like.
Max und Moritz, die 2 Knaben. Yeah, I'm not going to recite that one.
Singing Ringing Tree. Wow.
Yeah. Are we going off now on a rage of
No,
children's
let's not.
tales?
Let's get out of here before we all end up like the little red hen.
At one point
Baking our own
in the
fucking
future,
bread.
I'm going to make a podcast comparing the original historically processed stories that were made by the brothers Grimm, which we recorded, and what Disney has made of them. There are slight differences.
I miss the ugly sisters cutting their own toes off to try and fit them in a slipper.
Yeah, and the mermaid not living happily after, but turning into sea foam.
Yep. Although every time she walked, it was like jagged blades on her feet when she was a human. Cut her to ribbons. It's all good. It's all good, clean family fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next up then is Angels of Stealth. I like the Slayer reference. Flat battery.
It's good, isn't it? It's also stuck in my head and has been since I spotted this. So there you go. That's how that goes. He did win a butt ding last week. But it's worth pointing out that where would he be without us?
I remember it was because of that hideous camo. And by hideous, I mean you talented fuck.
I mean, anybody can paint it on a square that's 2, 4, 6, 7 centimeters square. Why even bother practicing at that scale? I suppose that is standard GW scale these days with their scale creep. Amber's probably as big as my fist. Fisting.
Fisto, the pleasure robot from Fallout New Vegas.
There's Mac. He must have heard us talking about him. We were just looking at your stuff. We weren't drooling over it. I was drooling over it.
And we definitely weren't telling you that you're a talented fuck and you should.
Hey, fuck you.
The real question is, what dungeon saga are you going to do, Mac?
Cooking dinner at this late time of the day. You know what that does to your figure.
It depends where he is in the world.
What? No, everybody is on my timeline.
Sure.
Because I'm now,
Sure.
So
of course.
My time is valid. Actually, you're all just figments of my imagination, and I'm just talking to myself in a little cell. I know that.
It's only a matter of time.
I'm just waiting for the day where my PC starts talking back to me. Well, come to think of it, best not think of it. So yes, flat battery, strongly on his next way, trying to snag another button.
Yep. Who knows? Could be possible.
Just looking at the way he's doing the little dots on the laser pointy thingies.
I like to imagine he hasn't, and that's just high gloss varnish that's just reflecting the light. It's
Yeah.
better that way if you think it's accidental and just light, and not actually they painted it on there.
Yeah, just close our eyes and pretend it's not there.
If you look at the other side of the shoulder pad, you can see he's written the name on it, which is one of the other reasons I picked it, because it's Vicus, and all I can think about is District 9, which is currently in development for the sequel. Finally,
Allegedly. I'm believing it when it's released.
they can go into production and still not actually release a film, but 3 fucking years. Vicus,
At most.
3 fucking years.
At most.
You prawn. The fuck am I supposed to do until then?
Die, 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 my darling.
Yeah, delightful. I don't know if he's supposed to have like bronze boots on. It does look like his boots are bronze, but maybe it's like little baby's bronze booties. They just seem a different colour from the rest of the model.
But
I like it. Sticking the boot in.
I think it's just dust. I'd say.
Tatty by 144.
Leaving so soon.
He has to go and mould the hearts and minds of children.
Well, don't forget the rod. So next up then is Subdudger, again with his Infinity.
Infinity.
Oh, that's a weird creature.
It's not weird. Nothing weird about that. It's a dog in a suit of armour. We've all seen them.
Where
You
is my penis?
Soup Dodger's lurking about in here, isn't he?
Oh no.
Or was he just in Discord earlier?
I couldn't tell.
He's normally lurking.
I don't know why, but the nature of the way they modeled these mechas with 2 arms somehow creeps me out.
I think that's a Japanese thing. That's how mech were always shown, as being robot suits. So you do because there's some really nice ones. I have my salamander up there, who I've broken on countless occasions. He's pointing, and then the big mech's arm is also pointing. So you can tell what's going on. If you do pump, punch, then it punches. It means you don't actually have to work on the principle that they have to fit inside the suit, like Space Marines do. I physically can't. It's like putting Smarties tubes on a cat's legs. You can do it. It's technically armor, but they'll be fucking impossible to function.
You could use Pringles cans, it's much easier.
That is true, but too much room, they'll escape. Yeah, it's Soup Dodger. It's always nice visiting. You looking forward to next week, Soup?
And again, one of those people I can't stand to see finishing stuff up because it makes me feel bad about my stuff.
Well, if it's any help, he's Scottish and therefore will die before you.
Why do Scots die before me?
They've an average life expectancy lower than an Ethiopian in a famine. It's it's a terrible state of affairs. The whole country's fucked. Something to do with the diet of deep fried pizzas and Mars bars.
Don't talk about deep fried Mars bars. I'm getting sick again.
I tell you what. So I don't know how much they've mentioned. There's a preview video going out on Friday. I can't say anything actually because I'm pretty sure I'm under an NDA. Anyway, there's a preview video going out on Friday, and I've seen all the images. It's just delightful. So yeah.
Don't make me laugh. I'm going to die.
Don't die. Nobody else can turn the stream off. If you die, we just have to watch you rot.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? I'm guessing that would make for interesting view counts.
Yeah. That is true.
See
They've
the
mentioned that
bloated
much.
German.
Good. Yeah, it's some lovely stuff. I have to do an interview with Carlos, but we're not sure when we can do it because it can't go out beforehand because he'll just talk about everything that we're not supposed to be talking about.
So
And
a
then
bit like Big Ben.
afterwards, it's already out there. Who knows? Yeah. We can be fairly certain that they're not going to be super fantastic great because it's not Yu Ching. Super fantastic great.
Well, let's venture on to whoever is next. Oh,
Next is Hammer. Oh, is it? It is. I was very clever. Look at me, able to read my own list. I'm a fucking genius.
elemental power looks like a giant glob of glue.
It looks that way, but that's one of the generally pre-primed, but in this case it's transparent Nozzler's D&D monster, so it's some form of elemental.
It says water elemental in the description.
Yeah, I've never been entirely certain what, because you see air elementals and water elementals and fire elementals and wind elementals, and depending on what color you want to throw over the top, they all generally work as each other, especially wind. Wind, fire, water could, pick a color and you've got one. Anywho.
Oh, and he does a bit of
He has been
stuff
doing.
molding.
He has been doing some press molding, which is interesting, especially when you see where some of it's come from.
The leaf looks like something from Wood Elves.
Close enough. Yep, it's definitely elven. You can see more below.
Oh, look, a shark.
It is. It is a shark.
Though he looks a bit malnourished.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those, lean sharks, like the shark equivalent of a greyhound. Very, very thin, very quick. Like a
very
whippet.
fast past you, but won't attack you because he's just too fast.
Hola, Rasta.
New people in the chat. Hello. Welcome. So, we have been here until this.
We have, yeah.
Where he had
It was really just a show off a shark, to be brutally honest.
It is an interesting shark. And
Did you? Was it Roger?
I
know somebody. Sorry, not that. Sorry, I'm answering Steve. I seen somebody in the Billion Suns group said they got their book in Northern Ireland, but I couldn't work out who he was.
Yeah, that's something that's still taunting me.
Is it?
Yeah, it's... The thing is, I like the principle, especially with the multiple gaming layers, but at the same time, I know I won't be able to play it for at least 3 to 4 months, so why even bother?
Look, Manta, look. Pink starships. Pink. Back away again.
You sodden bastard.
Yeah, you have to wait until Sunday. See any more than that? I did feel like tipping them all forward.
And you have to pay for them to see on Sunday. That's the best part.
Very true. I heard you liked my little project. Maybe Philippe. Is it because you've suddenly got an influx of people
Hammering
subscribing to your
buttons.
channel and hammering things? I imagine it is, because, if they didn't, I'll be most upset. Why else do I put these links in the chat for them? Fuck's sake. Anyway. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, so he's on to something here.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely going along the right track,
And
The
it's
young lad.
Saga, so it has a place in the show already. Almost
That-
automatically.
That is true.
The next one, then again, is Infinity by Yoshitogo.
Yep.
And he's doing Lloyd a service.
He is. It's just this one entry. Although I did think we'd revisit it anyway, because I think the last time we were looking at it, we were working out how shit was done, and thought he was using like airbrushing stuff, but it's not. It's just washes and oil washes and things like that. Which is very, very clever, Mr. Bond. I'm getting more and more into using oils at the moment, just to try and actually get something painted for fucking novelty value.
I like the way he's posing these miniatures. They're not. It's not so much focused on the miniatures, so that you only have a tiny bit of extra space, but it's like a real open space, and the mini is slap bang in the middle. It looks a bit more natural, if that makes any sense.
Sure, let's go with that. I like to think that he set the camera up for taking a big group shot and then couldn't be arsed refocusing it for getting him closer to do one at a time, and that's why.
That could be also true. We won't know until he's getting on the stream and telling us,
That is
which
true.
may or may not happen at any time. Next, then. What is this? So, just a group shot edit?
A change of pace for the Imperial Guard. Yeah, fair enough. It's not like you haven't been working your little socks off. Did that get smaller?
Yes, for some weird reason, it's a small upload.
All the time spent putting the black edging around the photo. Not round, not blending the edge of the shield into the transfers.
Speaking of, how about the shield for the ogres?
They're still in the bag next door. We're not fucking leaving this house. Not until that Trev cunts behind that thing is done.
Well, jump on to Amanda's next project then. You have been teasing it, the Scorpion.
Oh, how unexpected.
An unexpected visit.
Scorpitron. Hopefully I'll have work
look,
done on my fleet for Sunday.
Look at that lovely red eyes saying, I love you, let me hug you.
Let me hug. With helpful pinchers to lift things down from the top of shelves.
Yeah. I'm blasting my love to you via the medium of high velocity guns.
I don't know if Band has seen the Mitchell and Webb sketch with Professor Death. Possibly Dr. Death. He starts off, he has a scorpion in it. Its gun fires helpful bullets.
And it doesn't work.
Oh no, it works. Everything works. But they're all created to help mankind, not destroy it. Mind controlling death ants. Oh, it's worth a Google. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, this is a really nice one. So, Amanda, will you use this in any game actually, or is this more a fun project?
Yeah, it's Dr. Death. Well, you could use it in that Fallout Wasteland thingy game. Yeah.
Oh, Ralph, if they would actually announce a 10mm or smaller Legion game, my wallet wouldn't explode. It will collapse into itself, into a black hole of nothingness.
Oh, this is not a test. I forgot about this. Is not a test. Yeah, that'll be fun. Or Stargrave.
This is one of these games where I'm thinking, I can see why they named it that way, but it's a pain in the ass to Google. There was another game recently I thought I wanted to Google, and I thought, no, I can't be asked. This will bring search results from hell. So
Was it Hot Meals in your area? It's a new RPG from Joe McCullough.
Big cocks and how to raise them. Something.
It's definitely one I'd leave Justin to Google.
Why did I know somebody would make the Justin reference with this?
No idea. Because fish bite hooks. What can I say?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Leaving deadly giant robots venturing onto the Frostgrave Ghost what? Archipelago?
Sure.
Whatever. Duck, use other titles that I can read, please. Thank you.
It's not his fault. That's the name of the game.
Is it?
Hmm.
Dear author, fuck off.
I don't think he can be blamed. You've got to go all the way back to either cartographers or geologists on that one. Somebody is responsible for that word, and it's not him.
I'm inventing time travel. I'm going to hunt him down. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to kill him. And I'm getting back, and the name is probably even worse. So Frostgrave, in a nutshell.
Yeah, tropical Frostgrave. Like Frostgrave at the beach. But Douglas the Fugless has been,
busy.
Yeah, he's always busy, but he's decided to go via the medium of fishery people from that game that company stopped doing because they want to do nothing but IPs. Guild Ball, Steamforged. Those words. It's the words I'm going with.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm
See? There it is.
I have some remembrance of...
If you'd scrolled faster, I wouldn't have had to try and remember.
No? Oh, okay.
Pants.
I know
Amazing
we have
pants.
seen these ones before, and yeah.
Have you not? I have.
He did add a fuck ton. And
Sure.
Dwarves in 2 big coats. Not one thin coat, one big coat.
See what you did there. That's nice. It's a neat little touch. It's good. Very good.
Yeah, but can you spot my favorite miniature on all these recent editions?
Is it the Star Wars miniature in the background behind? I have no idea.
It's this one.
It's that one. Steamforged guy.
Because he has a green rim on his base.
Right. Fair enough.
Lovely green rim.
All about the rimming.
Yes. A good rim job is never to be underestimated. Always keep your rims clean. Makes driving and braking much more satisfactory.
Have you put the Black Scorpion dwarves beside any other manufacturer's dwarves? Because I always get the feeling Black Scorpion's a bit bigger than regular. We can move on while he's answering that.
I was just reading Toro's explanation what Archipelago comes from.
Oh, it's best not. Look at that. It's practically one of those shit words like television, where it comes from Latin and Greek. The fox. This one's practically it with medieval Italian and Greek. Please stick to one language only.
It's like somebody is taking 2 words and then go, kiss!
That's the one. Close to the Oathmark ones. That's nice. So not too outlandish. I always worry about getting dwarves. You can get away with humans normally, but if you've dwarves that are bigger than other people's humans, it looks a bit odd.
It looks even odder if you have one set of dwarves with knees and one without.
Yeah, well, maybe they went through some sort of terrible knee-based thing.
The ones without knees are slain enemies and are just walking on their leg stumps.
Just on stilts.
Yeah, very short ones.
A whole army of Oscar Pistorius dwarves.
Next one then is Charles Schultz going peanuts.
Sure. This is Ninjelly's constant, will I paint it or will I just sell the fucker?
Oh, God.
Which we were in the past at some stage.
Yeah.
Quite some time ago, I think.
And I think if he has ever received any golden button, he has to give it back now. Can you
for
see
not straightening the lightsaber.
how badly bent that thing is? Do you have no honor? Can't he do anything right? People, you're the worst.
The woolly mammoth.
I wish I had that much of.
Oh, that's a nice size dog. I like that.
What do you do?
He sent me a picture of the dwarf. Beside a dwarf.
Dwarves.
Dwarf squared.
Yeah, I wish I
Anyway.
had as much time as obviously some people have, or motivation to paint. Still not doing anything aside but talking shite about other people's project, which is
Always.
a
Well, that's
relaxing
it.
way.
It's the motivation is the important part. Because I've seen people doing things. There's a guy did an infinity miniature in 5 hours as a test scheme for his army. It's fucking phenomenal. So if you think about it, even if you're only getting an hour a night or 5 hours spread across the week, and are able to do that, even if you can't sit down and do it in one 5-hour stint, it's more than I manage most nights, where I go, what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put one hand down my pants and just scroll aimlessly through the internet for 7 or 8 hours, and then wake up tomorrow morning very tired because I didn't get enough sleep, but I've achieved nothing. So the motivation, I feel, is more important.
Yeah, it's sometimes. Though I was just thinking about maybe we need some new a little logo for all those on OTT that are demotivated. Everybody gets a little red R5 logo with a defect motivator.
The bad motivator. We all know he's the real hero of Star Wars.
Of course he is.
Deliberately shorted himself. Once R2 told him he was on a mission to save the galaxy. R5 unit was a fucking hero. He deserved a golden fucking medal more than that hairy ass bastard Chewbacca did.
Yeah, he sacrificed himself so that R2 could complete his mission. The motivator never was defect. He blew it up by himself.
R5, we salute you. Yeah.
So, what's next on the table then?
So I'm still looking at the ganger-looking fellas that I'm assuming are courtesy of Dread. If not, they would just be very Mega City-esque.
I think he said, where was it? Oh no, the quick 2 cows and goat were from Dust Test Tactics.
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure they're not Middle-earth strategy battle game. I do know it mentions them a lot underneath them.
He does.
But they look good. I like them, especially for things like Stargrave or Dread. Just having loads of scummy gaggers running about that can be shot in the face. Or stuffed into Boeing, sent to the cubes.
Some weird scatter terrain of the special kind.
Any of that. Next but
then,
anyway.
Night Runner, the thing finished. I think he got a golden button for his Doctor Doom.
He got a butt for Wolverine.
Yes.
Schnickety schnick, but this is the thing completely finished, from shitty pre-paint to look what I can do. I'm better than all of you. I've got a Twitch channel on YouTube and stuff. That's what he says. Then he spat like a gypsy. It's terrible.
Who needs Twitch channels anyway?
I don't. Like a poo said, I do.
He did a nice job on it. And the basing.
I tried to convince them for the window. They still insist it was for the paint job of the fellow in front of him. Some people. Yeah, well, we'd seen the base pre-constructed, but we hadn't seen any work on the thing. And I mean, if you can zoom in there on the highlighting done to the thing's stony body and massive orange stock in his blue pants, I mean, there's some good work on there.
You think he's rock hard?
But even the side by side at the top, where it shows you how shitty it looked. There we go. Just that. Just click on it. It's one picture.
It's
He's cut them together. It's good.
It's a pretty compelling argument of a paint job can save a crappy sculpted model, or a crappy paint job can ruin a good sculpted model.
It's really, I mean, it's a really nice sculpt, but you lose so much of the detail on the original left-hand side, where they've obviously just gone dry brush and wash, move on to the next one. Well, possibly not even that. Possibly just orange, then dry brush.
If I'm not deceiving, he has done some cleanup on the left arm.
I believe you're right.
Side.
Yep. Yeah, he's filled in that mold line.
I think the more brownish look is also more fitting than the orangey look. Though I know in the older comics he was this orangey look, but that never looked like rock.
They only had like 3 colours they could use, so they were limited at the time. But that certainly, I mean, that screams the cartoon.
Yeah.
He looks great. Imagine what he's going to be like when Marvel are actually allowed to use him on screen. See him soon. I assume Wanda's going to fuck with stuff at the end of WandaVision, and that'll just bring all these in. And there's Victor Von Doom, smashed up his castle. Bastards. Fantastic bastards.
Is WandaVision really worth a look?
It depends if you like Marvel, yeah.
I never watched any of the recent movies.
Right.
So I can't tell you if they are up my alley or not. I just never felt compelled.
Okay.
It's something that just goes past me. I can't tell you why. I loved reading Spider-Man and Batman and Superman comics when I was 12, 13, 14. But as we have established, this is a long time ago. And comics changed.
Tatty bye, Rasta. Yeah, comics change. I was never massively into Marvel. I was more a Batman fan. Although later on I got into Marvel. I've really enjoyed them, and WandaVision is very good. There's been some very interesting things in it, which has kept me amused and engaged.
As I have alluded to Ralph on our podcast more than once, I can't even distinguish between Marvel and DC. It's superhero comics.
It's simple. If the town being destroyed is real, it's Marvel. And if it's made up a stan, it's DC. For some unknown reason, DC decided that they would never level a real city, so it's all fictional.
Well,
whereas Marvel just went, it's far more interesting if you live in New York and there's heroes fighting on your street in New York. That's more interesting.
Also, it makes making movies much more easy because you actually can go to those cities.
Well, some people would say less easy because shutting down New York is difficult to do, whereas going and shutting down Toronto or Vancouver and telling everybody it's Gotham is very easy, and Canadians will just go, that's okay. Sorry,
we're sorry. Sorry.
Anyway.
Next one.
Yes.
Running
onwards.
Murder Hobos.
Murder Hobo. I don't know.
From Chaos Gorgo.
I've been moving stuff around. Moving stuff around. I need to close things. Don't look back. Terror is never far behind. Giant psychic insects, murder space.
So after he's made up the painting of all the murder hobos, he's now painting victims?
Victims. Victims are best. It's just as well Denise DeGraw was a girl, because I heard if it was a boy, the parents were going to call it the nephew. I really like the paint job. Paint job on them is so crisp. You were the one who started doing dad jokes on your fucking headache-inducing channel. So, pardon you.
Nobody forces you to watch them.
And yet you keep posting them. So I have to watch them. And I get a headache.
Yes, but don't be afraid. At Saturday, everything will be ending. And it's an interesting experiment. View counts are through the roof for whatever reason. It's very insane.
Weird. Very weird.
I'm going to do a write-up at Saturday or Sunday when the final numbers have dropped in. And then make a little forum post about how broken YouTube really is.
Well, we all suspected as much. Yeah, two very nice paint jobs. I really like. I mean, the
Exceptionally clean.
cheerleader is good. That one, because it's not just that it's a very clean paint job. It's just such a simple color scheme. It's just really, really nice.
And
Not over the top or anything, and then they get murdered up.
The detailing in the stockings is interesting. I think this is the first miniature I've seen that has wrinkles in its socks.
Hey, you know, Nora Batty would have had wrinkles in her stockings if anybody ever made a miniature of her. Alas, not. Shame. Stephen Pete. Has he painted the eyeliner as well? Hang on. I have to do this.
I think so.
Could be. Or maybe that's just how he's decided to go for the eyes. We can find out.
We could ask, but we can't be bothered tonight.
That is how we could find out.
Oh,
You know,
wonderful.
he might appear past us.
Yeah, Chaos Gawker doing seemingly simple paint schemes, but at a very sophisticated level of technique.
You know what they remind me of?
Nope.
With the eyes done the way they are. They're like Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yes.
Because it's practically just the pupil and eye outline over normal skin. We're one step away from Scooby-Doo here. Bam.
For the kids at home, we mean the original Scooby-Doo, not anything of the newer fancy stuff. So
Why would you say that there are newer fancy ones?
because
Scooby-Doo.
companies
Scooby-Doo is Scooby-Doo.
companies are bad.
No. Nope.
Nope. So next one then is Beige 5 standing by. Hazy Boy. Oh look, Wookiees.
I've got the Wookiee song stuck in my head now. It's an
Just
amazing
keep
song.
it in your head. That's for the best.
Just saying, it's an amazing song. So here we have a set of 4 Wookiees in all of the colours, like some sort of Captain Planet-esque group, or Power Rangers.
And-
Black Wookiee, red Wookiee,
And
yellow
Chewbacca
Wookiee,
gets
brown
all the
Wookiee,
rings.
that type of thing. But once again, Hazy Boy shows off by, you know, completing miniatures. Look, 3 of them have got Goblin Green bases at the start.
At the end, all 4 have them.
Yeah. But why did that one not have a Goblin Green base at the start? What was wrong with them? Huh?
Maybe it was a tester.
Could be a test. I like that. It's classic. It's old school. It's good.
I'm worried they miss you. They hit me.
Wookiees.
Oh no. I'm not using a word I don't understand. That's the first rule of the Fight Club.
No fun anymore. I remember when it used to be cool. Look, I remember Jerry mentioning, yeah, it's fucking irritating the sin, isn't it? Every time you look at a picture of her, it's color corrected in a different way, so you can't tell if it's green, brown, or grey. That pain in the hole.
Yeah.
I just clicked on it random because it wasn't for me, it was for the studio. But I'm glad I'm not the only one who ran into it.
It's not just this. It's everywhere. If you either go for stills from the movie or you take some costume.
No, I've gone to the point where I'm just using my toys. Although she's above my bed, so I can't show you her. But I've got the Black Series toys, that scale, and so I just use them for reference.
I use pictures of them as for reference because I can't afford the toys. Mainly because the space limitations.
Yeah, I don't have any room either.
You're always talking about a loft.
Yeah, roof space. Everything's just fucked into the roof space.
Oh, see, we have a video with.
I remember then. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look how fresh-faced he was. Young, thinner. I tell you what, probably somewhere in the region of 5 kilos fucking slimmer back then. Lockdown has not been kind to my waistline, I'm just saying.
Can you see this?
I wasn't particularly fucking thin. Yay! But I was thinner than I am now.
I think same goes for most of us.
The hair does this. The hair's just there to amuse me. Sometimes it gets all shaved off, sometimes it's, halfway down my back. It just, it's good, clean family fun. But anyway, we're getting distracted from Hazy Boy's Legion, which is really nice. Look, he's got a fuckload of Krebal fleet guys. I have them as well. After the show, I spent several hours lifting them all out, setting them all down, and going through them all, and then putting them back in to their little things to make sure they were all together, and going, I've got 14 Ugnaughts. That's cool.
14?
It also meant I found things like, remember when I told Ben I didn't have HK-47, the assassin droid?
But you have.
Yeah, I have.
Of course.
And I went, remember I told Warren I didn't have Darth Maul?
Of course you have.
Because I had that really nice one with the shirt off from the comic, charging forward, and I gave it to my mate. Either I had to, or I didn't give it to my mate, because I found him stuffed under all the Sith Masassi mutants. And it's going, this is fucking great. I love toys.
Have you made a list looking for any things you're still missing from that collection?
There are 3 models that I would love to get my hands on, but I haven't. I went onto Fleabay and just had a nosy, and then went, you know what? No, let's just not, because I can't justify spending £70 on one miniature of a pre-paint fucking plastic.
Are they so rare or just?
Oh yeah. Oh no, these ones were rare as fuck. So.
£70 is.
Yep. Oh, it's harsh. But on the plus side, because I keep forgetting I own those, but I have Star Wars miniatures battle game from West End up there, and I could play that using the shit I have, and that just chewed me up no end. So that was good. Maybe I'll dry brush them on, be a matter beige and fucking ink wash over them.
And then call it the School of Hazy Boy.
Fuck yeah. I dry brushed all my miniatures, matter beige, and all I got was a load of shitty looking miniatures. Hazy Boy lied to me. Try fitting that on a t-shirt.
You would make that in a very small font. Or maybe a QR code to make people...
Or just a really long t-shirt. Just end up with one of those Arab robes, ends around my ankles. Although wearing one of those and my beard would probably get me stopped and searched quite often.
Or something like these extra long scarves.
Yes. Like a proper doctor.
Yeah. Next then.
Halfway.
Did I say Dragon Horde? I mean Enter the Dragon by Bali.
Never enter the dragon without first asking the dragon's permission.
Yeah, and never trust the dragon. Frostgrave again. I smell a pattern.
Yeah, interesting. Kobolds have skittered off as an unusual warband enters the camp outside Frostgrave, and I have to say, if I was a dog-faced bastard like a kobold, I would skitter the fuck off when these guys came towards me. Also, seems to be a bit of a talented fuck. Just saying.
Are we sure that these are actually his photos and not something nicked off the internet?
Well, there's no way of knowing that for certain unless we can ask him to start including things like a paper with today's date on it. And at that stage, we're one step away from like hostage taking. So probably best not. We need proof of life of your painting.
And a drop of blood.
Yeah.
Please send your genetic sample to OTT store.
But yeah, it's really, really nice set.
Yeah, it's. I'm going to see. I'm going to watch this and see what comes from this.
I always like dog-faced bastards anyway. Kobolds are cool.
Faith, Taurus, you asking me to have faith? You've got to have faith. Faith. You gotta have
I knew that
faith.
was coming.
And now imagine I would have gone with beer instead of lemonade. We would be
Oh.
rioting by now. Or I would be dropped dead on the floor or something.
Either or.
Did I... hold on, hang in. Oh, why isn't it working?
Look at you with your prize winningness.
Yes. A friend of mine actually asked me, how the fuck do you manage to win all those things all the time? And I said him, I enter.
Enter. Yeah.
It's as simple. And to be fair, I won this on the German Asmodee Twitter contest, which was a sad sight to behold. I mean, it's the official Asmodee Germany Twitter account asking, show us some of your Star Wars Legion models. We will be giving away 3 Lukes.
Wow.
They had 7 entries, including mine.
Wow.
7. Let that sink in. They did the same thing simultaneously on Facebook, and there were about, I think, 70 entries. So either Twitter in Germany for Asmodee is dead, or something else is wrong. And I wasn't even holding back on the link. I was sharing it through various other groups, and nobody cared to put in... I mean, if you see this tweet and they're giving away 3 of these, and you see there are only 3 other entries, it's a good chance you get one of these buggers.
Well, you know, it's one way of doing it, certainly.
And you can't win if you don't enter. It's as simple as that.
Very true. Very true.
Though, now having said that, won 3 things in the last year, I think this is it. My luck has run dry now. I'd be very much surprised if I would to win anything else in the near future. Apart from maybe a smack on the head or something.
Apparently somebody was complaining that you'd won twice in 6 months. I missed that comment, because otherwise I would have told them to fuck themselves. Like I told the fella to fuck himself at the weekend. They complained that the winner had no content on their YouTube channel for the on tabletop competition. He doesn't have to make fucking content, fuckface. He needs to be subscribed to the channel and have commented on this video. Yeah, I'm unsubscribing. Oh, go ahead, mate. You won't be missed.
At some point, I really start to wonder, do people really have a difficulty understanding some really simple rules?
Yes, they do.
I mean, I can get if people get annoyed by what do you call it, EULAs for prize that are pages long, and somewhere in the middle there states only for residents of the 50 states of the US. And yeah, of course, if you don't put that at the top and keep people from everywhere else in the world not entering, it fucks things up. But I don't care.
You don't care. You've won them all.
What button now to push? Let's use this one.
I'll tell you whether or not it works. It worked.
So next then is a
that one again.
Dark Void.
Sure.
GCT Bushido. Oh look, an angry guy.
It's Arlene Foster in miniature form.
Should I know him?
Arlene Foster? No, thankfully you do not know him.
Sounds like either he has been a Irish person of interest of some sort.
Certainly interesting at some point, yeah. Face on like a slapped arse. But anyway.
Slight divergence in the program. Please hold the line. So what are these for? What Bushido, is that a skirmisher?
The Bushido is a skirmish game. With a touch of the weirdness. The previous set of miniatures were Bushido based. So they are very much Japanese fantasy. So it's feudal Japan, but all of the things like the goblins, or they may actually be called gremlins, I can't remember, exist. There's some really interesting miniatures from it. They've done, what are the crow ones called? Tenku? Did a set of those recently, which look fucking phenomenal, but they are just weird. That's nice. I like weird.
Weird is always good, and I get a Big Trouble in Little China vibe from these.
Could be. Although they're
Talking
more
about
Japanese.
weird, here's a woman where her head leaves her body, and including the spine.
That's quality Japanese horror. Normally not shown with the body. Normally it's just a woman's head with not just the spine, but all of the organs and stuff still attached. That sort of chases you around like some sort of freaky fucking snake. It's nice to see she has a body, even if it doesn't get out much.
Needs to get parked somewhere.
Yeah, but it's just apart from the fact that really nice paint jobs on them, it's so unusual to see these. Bushido has a very hardcore of fans, but it's one of those games that seems to get overlooked an awful lot, which is a crying shame because miniature-wise, they're fucking phenomenal. The more recent stuff, and I think they've started to go back and resculpt, if memory serves, some of the original bits and pieces they've done. So the original ones were a bit static, but they've got better techniques for sculpting and casting now, so they're putting a lot more dynamism into their sculpts.
Sure this picture has been taken on purpose the way it is, because the lack of focus on her face makes it even more spooky.
Sure, that makes sense to me. That's why I always do slightly out of focus. It gives the illusion of horror and movement.
You can't run away. You can try, but you will fail.
As we learned from Mr. Don and Mr. George, you can run, but you can't hide your legs. There's one for Soap Dodger only, because I'm fairly certain no other fucker will remember that.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Is this just free fall, or how does this game work? Because
I've
judging
never had a chance to play it, but from what I know, that's multiple. There are factions within it, and that looks like it's multiple factions and miniatures from across the board there. So I think he does what I do, which is just collect fucking everything. If I own it all, then I can always play it.
Raksha the Devastator is one of the least subtle models. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Here she is attempting to tell the school teachers to get back on the 8th of March. Imagine that's why she's attacking.
Could be, yeah. Sounds legit.
Yep.
Next then, Marvel. This was the one with the made-ups. No, with the real cities.
Real
Correct?
cities. Correct, Mundo.
Oh, I've learned something. I'm so proud of myself.
Mein Freund.
Yellow sloth. Yellow sloth.
Jello.
Doing Ghost Spidey.
Spider-Gwen. It's Gwen Stacy. So, I can't remember. Oh, something like that. I want to say it's Gwen Stacy. It may turn out that's wrong.
It's definitely not Gwen Stefani.
No, it's not her. Because that's something different. But again, really nice.
This is... people, could you
Well
for
done,
the
me.
love of me, for my own peace of mind, make projects with a little less talent in it?
That's why they've got my projects and your projects, Pun Dancer. We are the yin to their talented yang.
Well, at least we are big, chunking, good-looking people. And they are all pretty much, I'm sure, dwarven-sized creatures living in the dark.
Oh, yeah, without doubt. Without a doubt. Taskmaster as well. Wong and Proxima. It's a fairly comprehensive Crisis Protocol set.
I was just about to
And
say.
I do like how every time they go up with the complete painting recipe. Now, I'd have to double check with Hazy Boy. It doesn't appear like Brain Matter Beige is listed there, so are they in actual fact doing this wrong?
Oh, there was one way to find out. Rain. Nope. Not one mentioning of rain.
So obviously, you know, they're all right, but they don't have that final touch.
Yeah, still some things to be learned here.
Speed painted a bunch of minis this week. You know, it's been to see things like that as well. That's kind of offensive. It's like I speed painted these.
Oh.
I need to get them done quickly, so I've just hammered these out.
Oh, look at this.
Producer. Yeah, amateur. I imagine that's exactly it. She looks more realistic and less plastic than the character in the Inhumans.
This is the exact same color scheme we have seen on the 4-hour stream with the Phoenix, but since she's not burning, it makes sense that her tips are brighter than the lower parts.
She was doing that.
And yet it still looks like she's on fire.
Oh, I get you. The stream where you went off on one and took my 1 hour long miniature guide and stretched it to 4.
I'm hearing voices again. Hello.
That one, okay. In that case, she's just a ginger. She's ginger with evil hair.
I must confess, I think I need to rewatch the stream because I can't recall anything past the 2nd hour.
Right.
My mind is blank.
Still all a blur. Mostly you swearing.
Well, it can't be too bad. Haven't gotten demonetized, so there's that.
Give it time. Give it time.
I haven't been monetized yet. I can't be demonetized before that, can I?
I didn't realize they'd done so many of the Inhumans already.
That was a thing I was just about to mention. If somebody would have asked how many miniatures are in Marvel Crisis Protocol, I would guess about
3.
10, 12 maybe?
12. Yeah, they seem to sneak them out when nobody's looking. The annoying thing is, not only do they sneak them out when nobody's looking, we randomly get sent some to unbox, and it is random. So we got the X-Men because it was a big release, but then we didn't get any of the Inhumans. We didn't get Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, or anybody else. She-Hulk, none of those fuckers. Randomly, we got Taskmaster, Punisher, Daredevil, and Kingpin. You know, it's like every now and again somebody remembers.
Oh, there's a store.
Oh, yeah, it's not even that we're a store. We're partners. They pay us to advertise on the website, and then they never send us anything to advertise. It's going, put your finger out, lads. You know, send us the shit, and we'll do stuff with the shit.
I'm guessing this will get better. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't imagine so. They're not going to be distracted by Star Wars Legion. Fucking done the Winter Soldier. Why do I not have a Winter Soldier? Fuck's sake, people. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so the second best Marvel Crisis Protocol on the website, obviously the best one containing more Brain Matter Beige.
You want something from him, or why are you praising his work so blatantly? Does he have a miniature?
No, I reckon he's good for a pint the next time. Next time we're out, or he's across, or I'm over there. Bound to be a Guinness in it.
Beer.
Yep.
Beer. Quick.
I swear to God, that project's... Yeah, we need to get on before he posts another fucking 4 or 5 miniatures in that thread by the time I scroll to the top.
Dan's Drag Home by Dan Lee. I've seen these posted by him in the Unofficial Weekender thread, I think.
Sure.
I really love the way he's painting up these little guys.
I like that I'm not the only one who's hit milestone 5. It's, you know, safety in numbers, Dan. It's good. It's good being together. because so many other people appear to have just fucking hit 2 and then stopped. Now, to be fair, it did look like Dan had hit 2 and stopped. He just stopped posting, is all. Click, click, click.
Oh, and a
Click,
dragon.
click, 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 click.
A nice one.
Yeah,
That's
the drag run.
interesting.
I can't remember. Did we give you a golden button for the drag run?
Not that I could remember.
I remember talking about it at length with Ben and Lloyd. But then sometimes we do just do that. Talk about yous.
And then Ben gets distracted and makes the thing.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Sometimes we just like to talk. You did get a button for the dragon. That's all right. We survey you like the gods on Mount Olympus. You're nothing but ants to us. Ants. Good times. Anyway.
And then somebody starts complaining about the hamsters not being fed and OTT being so terribly slow.
You know.
All of a sudden people get all riled up about nothing. Yeah.
We don't know how to work any of that.
Next then is Panzer Kaputt. And let me tell you, I've scrolled through this project. You are a sodding bastard. Pretending not to be able to paint.
Does that all the time.
You imposter.
He lures people in. The only reason now, we don't even need to look at the pictures here. I only came because of the about the project bit, which is the longest about the project bit I've ever seen in the project system. It took me about 2 hours to read it. It goes on and on. Keep going. See,
I'm wondering
it finishes before the pictures do, for fuck's sake.
I'm astonished that that lengthy text hasn't broken the project system.
We can't go in to touch it. That's the only thing holding it up. That is now a structural about this project. It's like a buttress.
It's a structural comment. Do not delete. It's the only thing that keeps the database alive.
Yeah, so the villa, as they say.
And he's including Lloyd shots.
Well, you know, he has to include the Lloyd shots. Although, I'm not sure what's going on with the focus there. Things look unusually crisp. Unusually crisp. I like the fact that he just went, you know what, fuck it, it's my force. It's my Bardsmore force. I'm going full villa. And then just basic. So the heraldry's all sensible. The heraldry makes sense. But then it's all being villarized. Like a villain. So, yeah.
And we just passed the monks, and for some reason, the first time I saw these monks, I had chants in my ear, and then some slapping to the face.
I can't understand why. Can't understand it at all.
Monty Python has ruined my life.
How very dare you, sir? How very dare you.
Let me rephrase that. They have influenced my life to a point
Better.
that I can't think of anything else at any point in time.
Very much better. Did you know, Pete? You probably did. I think after we'd had the discussion, possibly the day after or maybe later that afternoon, about the heraldry and the various, you know, tinctures and forms for doing a thing on a thing, my copy of War Games Illustrated arrived, and there's a whole fuck off section in it about heraldry and creating your own heraldry and the sort of rules / guidelines, going over exactly what we talked about. It's just going, oh, that was well timed. If only you'd been like 2 hours earlier.
You should call them and ask for a cut on the sales they made, because you obviously have sent them the text sometime before.
I was going to get it, but it's actually in a box over there under the Dreamstone and semantic stuff, so I'm not going to. But yeah, this month's War Games Illustrated has a nice feature, possibly tied into the Barons War, actually. That would kind of make sense to me. Yeah, no, because that's War Games. Fucking, there's like War games, miniature war games is over there. War games, soldiers and strategy is down there. There's another fucking copy of miniature war game over here, and war game illustrated is in the box. None of them are on the shelf where they should be, where I can find them if I'm looking for them. I should do that. I'm not going to. Can't make me. You're not the boss of me, right, Darcy from Kildare? Anyway, so yeah, exceptional little project, not just for the villa, but also for the detail that's gone into it, which is all good, clean family fun.
And for some reason, the first post with the knights in their very... how do you call that color scheme? Fancy color scheme?
Sure.
Reminded me of my sparkly Space Marines.
Well, it would. You know, there's a certain amount of purpleism going on there.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I'm going to say he was
Claret and blue.
influenced by myself, so I'm
Yeah.
claiming this as mine.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's the best way to do it. It's the very best way of doing it. It's mine now.
Flags of War. What the hell is Flags of War?
It's a company.
Should have guessed as much. So, let's trot on to bold action.
Blot.
Duck the fuck.
Yes, he's doing Hell in the Pacific.
Ducka.
Not much in here because he's just started. So it'll be short. I'll give it that. I do say I like the colours on the skin tones. It has that we're out in the heat and getting sunburnt kind of feel to it.
Yeah, we just arrived and we have no clue how bad the sun can be at this point.
We've gone very lobstery. But doing it via the medium of GM colours and watching the Pacific, which makes a lot of sense to me.
That's a thing I can't do it. If I'm painting, best I can do is have a series or movie in the background I know by heart, so that I don't have to look. Because if I start to look up and watch whatever is on screen, I'm stopping painting, and then the paint dries on the brush. And
oh no!
Yeah, I'm a terrible person. I know.
That is terrible. You are bad, and you should feel bad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's as we know. Young Douglas is a bit of a maniac, so I imagine that's probably going to be finished before the weekend's out. I imagine, it makes sense. What do you think about it? Hammer through it.
I'd say he's probably already finished and just fighting the project system.
It seems to be actually working not too bad today. I know Tim's kicking it constantly at the moment. With a
Yeah,
view to doing something clever. I don't know how that will work.
He lured me in with the promise of being a hero.
Right.
No, actually, he asked me
Bananas.
if it would be okay to use my data for analysis, so I'm...
He asked a few people who poke around and do lots of stuff.
And use a special cookie to get some extra data, and he already found some things, as far as I can tell.
That's good. I have no idea.
Needed optimization.
He told me to switch something on, and I got a massive error immediately, and he went, I'm switching it off now. It's like, my work here is done. Sorry, I've done that to you, to everyone. Oh, no, it's fine. Going, oh, is it fine?
It could be worse.
So yeah, lovely. Oh, before we disappear off it as well, I like the ridiculous amount of colours on the flock. There's like 3, maybe 4 different coloration on there, and it has that sort of jungleism feel,
Yeah, he's gone on
Every
a
plant is
rampage
different.
there. There's the dark, vibrant green, and then there's this little yellow dotty stuff, and this very dry green on the...
That's clearly coming up the beach then. They're going from scrub into more infested. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the last entry of tonight, there is a summary project done by Jim, who is probably still in chat. Which is a very comprehensive list of all the videos he's done for his Gulf War projects. Since there are no miniatures in here, as far as I could see, at least, because he's mostly gaming via the medium of pictures on his stream. Yeah, there's a lot of video for you to watch if you're into modern warfare. Oh, I see. I didn't scroll too far down.
Oh, you should always scroll down. It's an incredibly comprehensive look at the Gulf War for the 30th anniversary. So if people are interested in learning not just a bit more, probably learning a lot more about the Gulf War, if you've seen something like Generation Kill and went, oh, that's interesting. Although that was that the first or the second invasion? Maybe second. Anyway, this is a one-stop shop as far as all of the work has been done. All of the research is out there, and there's also some battle reports to be watched as well, played by a variety of alumni from Beasts of War.
And if I may make a suggestion, Jim, there was at the start there was one or two entries with a lot of videos, just one following the next. Maybe condense them into a playlist and post the playlist into the project system, so you can lure people in by just clicking once and then having to watch all the video that are following. No, nobody would do that now, would we?
I don't know. At least one person I know puts up 30-second long videos that contain nothing but headache.
27 seconds. Tightly scripted. And very badly worded. And I'm still saying, like I said when I saw his pictures on the forums before, there's too little sand on this runway for it to be a desert.
Well, clearly what's happened is all of the big whirlybirds have come in, and then they've blown the sand away from the road with their Yes.
No.
That
Stop
is
making sense.
As fucking fact, mate. You can even see them they're in the picture, for God's sakes. You wonder why there's no sand there. Jesus.
They weren't in the picture he posted on the thread, I think last week or the week before.
I have no idea if you can post a playlist, Jim. There's only one way to find out. It just works off the.
You can share the playlist, but I don't know if it works if you put a playlist. I'm
now intrigued. So intrigued, I will try it. Not now, you understand, because who has the time these days at my age?
You sound tired, dear man.
Well, I was up all night with my hand down my pants scrolling aimlessly through YouTube. We've already discussed this. Not enough sleep and no modelling done of which to speak. It's a terrible, terrible shame.
Well, being it what it is, I think we call it a short one this week then. 90 minutes.
Well, we're only like 30 seconds off our tightly scripted half hour.
Very much so.
Yeah, see.
And I still got some energy left in me, so this day I might even make it to the edge of the bed before collapsing and sleeping.
Wow.
Thanks everybody in chat who has been there. Thank everybody on YouTube, all the two of you that are watching this content later then. Hello, Lena.
So yeah, I was going to say, it's just Lena and probably yourself.
The occasional bored guy with his hands down his pants, sitting, surfing
sometimes.
around.
I'm not saying it definitely happens. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, I will see you again, everybody, tomorrow in the Discord and the forum, and we all will see Jerry. Jerry asking to see when is the next Jerrycan? Or is there?
Fuck, am I supposed to know that? I actually be tomorrow. Hang on, I do know that because I have some sort of content planner that I have access to that tells me all these things. Our survey says, what What week's that? Is that this week? Next week. Yeah, there's a painting tutorial this week, and then Jerry can next week.
Well, looking forward to that.
Which means I have some Paddy's day off. Don't have to do a Jerry can that week. I can just get shit-faced. Oh, here's a Jerry can for you, a quick one. The Wizards of the Cock D20 pre-paints are made with fuck only knows what paint. It cannot be removed by man or beast, in case you're wondering. Because I dunked these for 4 days, and it just repelled. It repelled the Dettol. The Dettol was up against the side of the fucking thing going, I'm not touching them.
Let me out.
So, apparently unstrippable. I don't know what they made them with. Probably uranium.
Kryptonite.
Right.
Well
Tatty
then.
bye.
See you all next week. Bye.